Hey guys, welcome to otakusandgeeks.com here, Justin here, and today I want to do something a little different, like kind of a vlog. Today I want to show you Batman and Robin for the PS1. I covered this game a while back when I did a Let's Play that I never finished, but I went back and wanted to play this game after playing the Arkham series, and I want to kind of show you guys why Batman and Robin had a great concept, but poor execution, and how it was kind of ahead of its time for a PS1 title and for a Batman game. And this is kind of the Batman game no one really talks about. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So let's get started. And this game came out, you guys, for the PS1 on July 31st, 1998. A little bit of the opening cutscene here. And this is, believe it or not, one of the better movie video games, even if the combat is atrocious. But what I mean by that is basically this is one of the few movie games that actually got the movie soundtrack, sound bites from the actual voice, the actors that play it. Like you have Arnold Schwarzenegger sound bites from being Mr. Freeze. So I'm going to show you a couple of things what I mean about this, why this had such a great concept for a Batman game, and this is something I was actually hoping the Arkham series would have done. First things first is the Batcave. Now, yes, I know that the Batcave was featured in the Arkham games, but not quite like this. Now, one thing you're going to see with this Batcave is, first off, you're going to have the ability to choose from various characters. You have Robin here, who basically Robin, and each character I should say has different abilities. Robin has the ability to jump higher, but he has a little bit less strength than Batman. Batgirl, I hate to say it, is absolutely the worst person you can play with, but she does have great speed, but she doesn't have the strength or the agility as Batman. So doing her missions is really challenging. If you want to really put yourself in a challenge, you can do that. Now, one thing I really did like about what they did with the Batcave here is that you can actually train and learn the controls. So the Batcave is actually used sort of a tutorial, which I'm going to show you right here. So you can see Batman's fighting here, and they'll teach you how to do these things and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. They also include Wayne Manor, which is also used as another training facility. Something I wish Arkham games would have did was explore you being Bruce Wayne as well as Batman. And I'm not gonna show. I'll show you a little bit of Wayne Manor, but I don't want to make this video a little bit too long because I actually want to show you a mission to show you the poor execution part of it. So I'm gonna show you quickly Wayne Manor. And this is something I found fascinating, the whole concept of it. And one thing that they also did well as well is that they made this sort of an open world. This was actually a huge map for a PS1 game. I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. And I'm going to show you that the fact that Batman's kind of a detective in this game. You have to find clues. And Wayne Manor, this is Wayne Manor. Great concept. It would have been great if you just came up here as Bruce. Maybe to do like some rest or downtime, or just watch the news to see where Freeze is at to do more detective work, or just actually be Bruce Wayne. So this is like where they do like the training facilities and stuff like that. Batman has a little bit heavyweight, so I'm not gonna go there, but just the fact that they included Wayne Manor is pretty damn awesome. Oops, wrong way. Alright, so I'm going to show you what else we get to do with the Bat computer, and then I'm going to show you the open world aspects of this game and why the concept's good but poor execution. Alright, so here we are back in the Batcave. So now I am going to access the Bat computer here, and this is where Batman analyzes his clues to find out where Mr. Freeze is going to hit up next to rob the diamonds. And this is also going to be used for Poison Ivy to find out where she's going to go to get her chemicals to create more stronger plants for her devious plans. So here we have a half poster here. Gotham City Museum 20 minutes after closing time. F, which stands for freeze. And you have 9 o'clock Sundan Diamond on display. So, and then you have some emails here which tells you, remember that clues can be combined with other clues such as Gotham City's tourist map to provide more information. And then you have to compare other maps to Gotham City. So this is how the map is in this game. It's a kind of a huge map for a PlayStation 1 game. I was really, really impressed back in the days. And now that I'm playing it as an adult, I can really actually appreciate this. Let's combine the map here. Let's combine the posters here to actually find out where Freeze is going. So Freeze is going to the Gotham Museum 20 minutes after closing time. So he'll probably be there at 1920. Oh, well, probably, of course. He'll be there at 1920. So I'm going to show you the really cool part. Something I also wish Arkham Knight did when they said that we were going to be able to drive the Batmobile. I was hoping we were going to be able to do this from the actual Batcave, which I thought was pretty damn cool. And for those who never saw this, this was like one of those, when the game came out, it was critically panned for its horrible fight mechanics, horrible Batmobile controls, which you're about to see why. But a lot of people praised it for its concept of really kind of giving you a definitive Batman experience. And look at that, out of the cave with the Batmobile. That is so cool even to this day. And here we go. Now the problem with the controls. Well, first thing, let's show you why I will say poorly executed. As you can see, the Batmobile takes up most of the street here. The controls D-pad wise to actually drive this thing is very, very difficult. Why? Because there is no real brake button or acceleration button. You're just using your D-pad to go forward. You do have speed and stuff, but if you want to kind of slow down, you got to press the down button on the D-pad. So it's kind of very clunky, and it's not really comfortable to play. You do have the R1 button to look behind you just in case, as you're going to see, Freeze's men are going to be creeping up to me. And as you can see, I'm just swerving here just because the controls are very, very difficult. But you can drop bombs. They do at least give you some type of gadgets for the Batmobile section. But just, before I even begin, you can actually pick up clues throughout the city to find out where Freeze, or tips of where Freeze and them are going to hit up next. So let's do that real quick just to show you some of the cool aspects in open world. I'm going to show you the map in a second, guys, once I arrive at near the museum. So here's a clue right here. So I'm going to do the first mission, and then we'll analyze these clues. And that's how I'll end the video for you guys. So, alright, so we picked up a clue. Let's continue going straight to the museum where Mr. Freeze is. But if you guys are... Oh, look at this, going straight. Even just going straight is a difficult task. Oops. They got some... At least they have civilians in this game. Unfortunately, wait, there's a hidden clue somewhere. Alright, let's see what happens. Another poor execution is that there is no grappling hook. I'm going to show you why there's no grappling hook. For some reason, the developers thought giving Batman rocket boots would be more efficient. I thought they said it was a clue hidden somewhere. Maybe in one of these bookstores. Usually there's, you can go into these bookstores, just kick it, and usually they have some type of clue, and they do. Here's a clue. Found a clue, guys. So we'll analyze that after the first mission with Mr. Freeze, which I'm gonna go to now. And where's my Batmobile? Okay, good. Sometimes there's like a glitch back in the day. The Batmobile would just completely disappear, and you end up walking the entire way straight to the museum. And I hit another civilian because I can't drive because the controls absolutely suck. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're almost there at the museum. And we're finally at the museum, thank God. Alright, let's get out. Before I go in, let me show you... Oh, great thing also. Just like Arkham, Batman has a bunch of tools that he can use, weapons. So you get to collect more weapons as the game progresses. So you got some tear gas, batarangs for right now. You have your arm shield, which I am going to activate. You also have, oops, sorry. You have your camera. I never knew what the camera was for or why we used it. I never used it throughout this entire game playing. Oxygen mask, so Batman can breathe underwater, which is really cool. And the bat laser as well. So let me show you this map, how big this map actually is. So we're going to be at the museum, which is right here. But these are all the missions, and some of the missions where you have to go to World of Rings, the Graveyard, Arkham Asylum, Wayne Enterprises buildings. That's where you can save. The cinema you can never go into. I guess they just wanted to show you Botanical Gardens, just some locations. But this, look at how huge this map is for a PS1 game. Really, really, really impressive. Really impressive for a PS1 game. Open world. You have civilians you gotta save because thugs attack them on the streets. It's some pretty cool concepts here for a Batman game. I'm still waiting for something that's gonna be similar to this. Alright, so let's go in, and now I'm gonna show you the poor execution part of the game. Great concept, poor execution. And yes, Batman and Robin do have to travel. Batman, Robin, and Batgirl, excuse me, do have to travel to every location, so you will be driving everywhere. There is no fast travel here. That's why they make it that freezing them come at a certain time. Usually they give you enough time to get there, especially if it's a far distance, and that's why they put the Wayne Enterprises in locations. That way you can save. That way you don't have to drive all the way straight from the Batcave. So here's the thing about this gameplay. You have a fight mode and you have a look mode. Right now I'm in fight mode. Look mode is for you to activate buttons, and you also have a walk and run mode as well, which is pretty cool. So in order sometimes to progress, now we said that, and if you remember the clues, Mr. Freeze said that he's gonna be here 20 minutes after closing time. So the closing time was at 1900, so we're gonna progress it 20 minutes after to the maximum, and now it opens up because Freeze and his men are here already. Well, they were already here, but more of Freeze's men has come. As you can see from the gameplay, Batman is the strongest. He can hit, like, as you can see with these snow thugs, they're very weak compared to Batman. Robin will take a little bit longer. Batgirl will take absolutely forever. And you just basically keep hitting. So I spam the circle controller because it's more, the circle button, because it's more effective. And gameplay wise, fighting wise, this is the fighting. It's really not good. It's not fluent at all. You literally have to, and as you can see, Batman's jumping absolutely sucks. So yeah, hit this. But for those curious about punches, you got some combos there for Batman, which I did actually like. They do have combo buttons, which is pretty cool. And you unlock more, you learn more as you go. Pick up some gadgets. I'm gonna show you the rocket boots in a minute, but let me get some more clues. I'm also enjoying the fact. I'm also enjoying the fact that they really did implement the actual soundtrack from the game. And oh my goodness, this is horrible. Maybe I should have been Robin for this for the ups, but these snow thugs keep coming. And the whole point right now is clear the room. You have to wait till a certain time till Mr. Freeze gets here. So, oh my god, this is the worst I've seen these snow thugs come. Clear the room as much as possible until Freeze gets here. Then you beat Freeze. And as you can see, Batman. Alright, there we go. See, as I'm clearing the room here. Alright, let me go get some health. This is actually the worst I've ever played this. I'm actually really good with Batman. Oh, there's a clue there. And it's a snow thug. I think the problem is with camera-wise, everything is controlled by this D-pad. So your left button and right button is going to be used for Batman looking left and right. Your R2 is to decide whether he wants to walk and run. L2 is look mode, and look mode is how you throw your batarang by using the R1 button and the square button. And that's what you also use to use gadget. I call it gadget mode actually, because that's where Batman uses all his gadgets and stuff. Alright, so let's get this guy. This snow thug. They're blocking more than usual. There we go. And after I beat those two guys, Freeze will get here. So, but first, let me make sure I can get my blasted clues this time. Alright, there we go. Gotta jump on these things here. There's a clue there. I can use a jetpack later and rocket boots in a few minutes to get that clue, because Batman doesn't have the ups, Robin does. But as you can see how I'm struggling with the camera here, that's because everything is left and right, which is just, it's really frustrating and it gets annoying. And there's nothing in here. Okay, that's the vent. You usually could go in there, and Batman can use the vent to get to the other room, but I'm kind of pressed for time here, so. I'm gonna need that for freeze, trust me. Gotta break all these glasses because some of them have clues and hints to where Victor might be. The power cells, if you want to know what the power cells are for, the power cells are, oops, Snow Thug. Power cells are used for your Batmobile so he can shoot or recover any type of energy that was lost. It's pretty cool. But I'm gonna activate these rocket boots so I can get the rest of the clues and get ready to fight Mr. Snowman. And also you can have Freeze's henchman Frosty from the movie. He's actually plays a pivotal role in this. Alright, so let me go get these this clue here. So we're gonna activate it, put it on gadget mode, activate the jet boots here, and we're gonna get the clue that's on here. Got it. Sweet. Whoa, perfect skills. That was awesome, Batman. Good job. Alright. Gonna need more of these power cells because Freeze is a cheating asshole. And there he is, the man himself, Mr. Freeze. But I'll get to him in a second. Let me get the rest of these clues so we can analyze properly of where Freeze might hit next. One thing I did have to compliment was graphically, it looks good. I think graphically the game looks pretty good for a PS1 game. You can see the details on Batman's cape. Believe it or not, this was probably one of the best capes besides before Arkham and Batman Vengeance. And here's the clue. Alright, so let's face Freeze. And then I'll get the other clue with the jet boots later. But let's finish the Snowman. Where is he? Oh, there he is. For some reason, he's flipping. Oh, you son of a gun. Okay. There we go. Yeah, did you see what I mean by this? Yeah, it really isn't the best. I mean, Freeze is just standing there taking the hits for some reason, but yeah, it's not the best fighting mechanics ever. Alright, so we got Freeze.
You are not sending me to the cooler.
Arnold says his nice catchphrase. Alright, we saved the diamond. We can leave this city. I mean, leave this mission. Oh, are you serious? You trying to run up on Batman? Really? Wow. Okay. Wow. You trying to let the Bat escape here? All right. Let's go get the other clue and let's get out of here. And head back to the Batmobile. Analyze the clues. And that's pretty much what you do with Batman and Robin. Is you hit different spots where Freeze or Ivy might go. You stop them from getting their diamonds or their chemicals for their super plants. And believe it or not, it's actually gonna help you during the boss battles. So it's kind of pivotal for you to floor their plans because they will be way strong during the final bosses for each day. There's 3 days, 72 hours to stop them. So the first day is Mr. Freeze, second day is Ivy, and the third day's Freeze again. Freeze and Bane. And the Bane fight is very annoying because just the way the gameplay is, as you saw, all I'm doing is just spamming the circle. There is a block button, but it really gets so tedious. Since I'm pressed for time here, I am not going to drive back. I'm going to exit to the Batcave, and the sad part about exiting to the Batcave is that you advance 5 minutes. So now we'll probably have 15 minutes now to get to where we need to get to. But I also did that because I don't have any power cells and the enemies are rampant all over Gotham. So now we're back at the Batcave, and we are going to... In fact, since I know some of you guys are curious about Robin, let me show you what I meant by high agility compared to Batman. Look at Robin's ups. Look how high Robin can jump. And Robin has and each one has very different combos and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And I'm gonna show you Batgirl, just in case anyone's curious about how fast she can run.
Yeah.
But she also has greater speed, but she's lighter, but she also doesn't have the ups or like the strength. So we're gonna analyze the clues here, and then we're gonna end this video. Overall, you guys, if you've never played it, I would say check it out. Just the way the concept is of analyzing clues, stopping Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy. It has sort of a free roam element for you to get to where you need to get to. So we have a lot of clues here to analyze, which is pretty cool. So let's get started here. So we have a list. So World of R, Sea Jewels, Golden W, Glitteretti, Museum, Botanical Gardens. So if we can assume that is where Mr. Freeze, all the places he is going to hit up. Then we got another one. This looks like to be a map or a blueprint of some sorts. Gold and Wonder. Let's analyze this. With these alarm schematics, someone must be planning to break into this jewelry store. So Gold and Wonder is definitely going to be our next location. Property of Gotham GCPD. There's no power source for this radio. 24 karat. I don't know why that's there. It's a gold frame. Could mean Gold and Wonder. It's best to wait until Mr. Freeze is apprehended. And the camera. Use this to snapshots of billboards or posters in Gotham City. Okay, so that's what the camera was there for. And then we have another picture of Mr. Freeze, and kind of looks like Arnold. Pretty cool. This is Dr. Freeze before his unfortunate accident. Security camera, Gotham City University, Antarctic, McGregor, and everything else. So, judging by this, we're going to Gold and Wonder, which is pretty cool. I'm going to fast forward to make sure we're right. So, I'm going to drive to the Gold and Wonder just so you guys can see. I'm going to be Robin because I know some of you guys are curious, and then I'm going to end the video because I'm already approaching a half an hour of this. So, let's do it. I'm gonna go to Robin. Ooh, Batgirl is lighter. I just wish she can had a little bit more strength because she takes too long to knock down the enemies. I would love to use her, but it will take me literally all day just taking down Freeze. It'll be a very frustrating fight. And here we go. We're gonna be the Boy Wonder. We're gonna go to Golden Wonder. According to the clues, we'll see if I'm right. And if you're wondering, the speed, I'm not sure. I think the motorcycles Robin and Batgirl have are a little bit faster than the Batmobile. And I just love that shot. That is so amazing. I love that aspect of this game. Here we go. We're gonna go to Gold and Wonder with Robin. Oh, here you go. As you can see, this is the status. So, Batman's strength is at 100. Robin is 50. Speed is 50. His agility is higher. Batgirl's speed will be 100, but her strength will probably be a little bit lower than everybody else's, which I don't know why. So we're gonna go to the Golden Wonder because that is where Freeze might hit. So that's the World of Rings. So we just gotta find Golden Wonder. Golden Wonder is probably right here. So this is where Freeze is gonna hit. So we're gonna go to a different location compared to the museum. Always check your map, and believe it or not, Robin, because because it's a motorcycle, it's kind of more easier to control, as crazy as it sounds, but it is more faster than the Batmobile. It's just playing this down. But then you have these things. I mean, graphics was good. Like, just to look at the way Gotham is for the PS1, graphics is good. It's just heavily weighed by a poor combat system, and some of the missions, like Golden Wonder, are a pain in the ass. Like, the museum was probably one of their best levels because it's so detailed. And damn, Robin got more guys like that. So, alright, now I think so. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, I think I gotta go this way. Yep, here we go. And we're going straight to the Golden Wonder. And let's speed up the time to make sure. Oh, wow, okay. We will get there. And this is where you'll face Frosty Freeze. Oh, there's some bad guys that you can fight. That's like hurting citizens. Alright, so we're gonna go down this road. And the great part about this is that each different sections of the city, like the blue, the red, they all look different. So, for instance, let me show you real quick on the map. Alright, this section, you'll see this design. This will look way different. This looks like the very poor section of Gotham. This looks more like the industrial section of Gotham, where you'll see like Wayne Enterprises and buildings and stuff like that. So, that was very clever to do that. Like, each section of Gotham looks completely different depending on the color, how it is on the map, which I thought was really, really cool. Alright, we're here at the Gold and Wonder. We're approaching it right now. Here it is, Gold and Wonder. Golden Wonder. Just show you how right after that it gets really poor execution, just because the missions, and it gets like a headache because they try to add puzzle elements to it, and it really doesn't work. So yes, we are at the right place. This is the diamond. All right, so let's be Robin. Oops. Somewhere, somebody. The clue's actually under us. And there's trap doors and everything else for some reason. Oh. At this place we gotta kick. Yep. And this is what I mean by horrible execution and design. It's just poor level design. And this is like the puzzle aspects, like for some reason. And there's a clue, which is pretty cool. Then you got the elevators and everything else. But guys, this has been Batman and Robin. Great concept of the game of free roam, analyzing clues, great use of the Batcave. Great use of the Batcave. In certain missions, as you can see, Batman wouldn't be able to make that jump. Robin would. So certain missions is really tailored to certain heroes, which I thought was pretty wise. But great execution. Great concept and use of Gotham City, the world. Able to use the vehicles how we always wanted to use the vehicles. Batman, Robin, Batgirl actually being detectives by analyzing clues to figure out where the next hit is going to be. Enough map space to really branch out to give you a real good Gotham City feel. Decent graphics for what it was for the PlayStation 1. Just look at Chris O'Donnell's cape. It's just really cool. Unfortunately, clunky controls really hemorrhaged the game. Poor combat. But overall, you guys, it was a great concept game, as you guys saw. It's just poorly executed, and mindless puzzles such as this just weigh the game down tremendously. So this is Justin from OldTacosandGeeks.com. I hope you enjoyed this half an hour with me of looking back at Batman and Robin.